All right, let's get started on this. Plago is a platform for real-life social interaction that uses a digital tool called the Plago Fun Activity Finder. I'm Dan Flora, and we're going to talk today about this. Like any new platform, especially one as ambitious as Plago, it doesn't come out of the box perfectly. Nothing does. That's why we're heading into what we call a soft launch with an upbeat as-is attitude. The changes and improvements will come, but for those of us willing to dive in, we have the opportunity to change people's lives for the better, including our own. Recent studies showed that we now have cultural ADD, a digitally inspired impatience that impacts not just what our online lives are like, but how we live and how we relate to each other in real life. So my encouragement in this little session is to be a little patient, head into the soft launch with us. So here we go. The top 10 tips for getting started with Plago. Number 10, don't let yourself be frustrated getting started. Sometimes 85% is good enough, that it works. If you dive into this, do the installation, and you're looking for perfection, I don't care if it was Facebook or Twitter or Uber or Airbnb or any of them, when they first started, they had to accept the fact that 85% works. Number 9, there are 2 registrations, maybe 3 at the moment. The first registration is a user registration. And what that allows you to do is to use Plago and purchase things, register for things, and so on and so forth. So the first time you try to buy or register, it's going to ask you for your name, your phone number, your zip, and your email. Okay? Now, secondly, the second registration is when you try to post something. And you're going to basically be asked for information, email, name. And remember this, that when you register as a host, the name that you use is the name that's going to appear as the offering person or party. So for example, if I put my name in there, Dan Flora, when I host something, it's going to say hosted by Dan Flora. So if you have a little brand that you're developing, then go ahead and put that in there, Dan's Good Times. And we want you to realize that there are some ethics involved here. In other words, you don't want to say Dan's Red Cross Charity, because I'm not a Red Cross charity, and I don't want to be hosting things representing that I'm part of the Red Cross. It would be unethical. And frankly, we have sort of a watchdog system in place for that. So you can't be saying, come to my, Dan's McDonald's. Number 8, realize that the platform is not you starring in Castaway. So you're not Tom Hanks out there by yourself trying to figure out how to live by yourself. It's a community. It's building out a sharing economy moment, if you will. Uber, no different. Facebook, Twitter, Airbnb, all of the things that involve other people are the ones that really are the powerful platforms, and Plago simply is no different. Number 7, some settings and navigation tips on the menu, the filter, the distance. Let's take a look at those right now. Okay, the first thing that I want to point out to everybody is that when you go to the Plago menu, you're going to see a bunch of things, and don't want you to freak out because it's a very straightforward list. There's the map, which is, of course, where all the icons are, the now, coming, ongoing, and national. Then there's the postings, right? So you have the map here, and it just shows different things that are going on. And by the way, one of the things you can do is up here in the corner, you can see that you can choose your distance. So, for example, where I live, let's say 50 miles, it gives you a 50-mile radius from where you live. Or you can zoom in very close, or you can go out 100 miles, or you can go out 150 miles, and you can sort of see what's going on no matter where you are. And of course, the other part of it is that you can search locations and go to saved locations wherever you are. So the map is very good for finding activities wherever you happen to be going. The second thing is the Plago postings, which tells you all the things that are coming, all the things that are ongoing, all that's happening now. And again, you can set this to 50 miles. You can set it out to 150 miles, all of the things that are listed. Also, you can select what's going, just what's coming, just what's going on now, or maybe national, nothing found, ongoing, that sort of thing. So you can see there's all kinds of different ways to filter this. Then in the menu, there's just the using Plago help. You can see what you've booked, right? These are things that I've booked. You can see what you've given to friends. You can see your wish list. You can edit your profile. You can see the various Plago locations that you've set up. You can host an activity. We'll go over that in a minute. You can also see the activities that you have hosted. You can see what's in your cart. You get the introduction to Plago, just the different screens and what they mean. And when you're done with those, you can also chat. You can do notifications. You can see the opportunities at the company, the various positions. You can learn about the company. You can contact us here, and also you can then log out and re-log in. I wanted to show you a couple things on the filtering. For example, if you search out here, let's say band. Well, I'm looking for a band, and then you hit that search, and it shows three things coming up that are bands. Let's say party. There's a party, right? So whatever tags that you use as a host come up and lead people to what you're looking for. Number 6, have you ever toured a friend's new business before it opened? In other words, coming into this soft launch, you're sort of being invited to come into the store, before the doors are opened and the lights are turned on, and you're sort of seeing it in that sense. And the reason that I mention this is that there's something to be said for sort of enjoying the sneak peek, enjoying the earliness of it, and sort of recognizing the formative nature of it, and that sort of thing. So enjoy it. Number 5, keep your first posting simple and avoid these 3 stumbles. Here you are, Plago. It'll open up. It'll take you to your location, right? It'll load up the events. And down below at the bottom here, you can either walk through what it means to use Plago, right? What the icons mean, all that sort of thing. And you can get started. And it takes you to the map. And then you can post an activity. And this is where you have your activity name, right? And one thing, the 3 little tips I wanted to show you is that, first of all, we'll just put, something in there for activity name. Let's say it's paid. And the first thing you're going to want to know is if you're going to put a date and time in there that's other than today for a now activity, what you need to do is go down and change the setting for category to, let's say, coming. Okay. Once you do that and you go to the date and time, you can pick the date on the calendar in the future, to the 25th of September. It automatically then asks you what time you want things to start, say 6 o'clock, 6:00, and you select PM, and it goes in. And then it'll ask you how many, how long. Let's say it's 3 hours and 0 minutes, right? Very simple to do. So that's the first tip. The next tip is when you're putting in your address, everything goes into the address field for that particular activity. So let's say, let's make this real simple. Let's say we want it to be 100 Main Street, Downsville. And then with that, I even put in the state, New York. And once I do that, I put the whole address in that line and I tap state, it finds it for New York and provides the zip automatically. Just a little bit of a tip, okay? And then the other thing I wanted to point out is that under rules and conditions, every time you put in a rule condition, let's say age 21 and older, right? Now that's fine, you can continue, but if you press the little plus button, it adds another field for another rule and condition. If you don't put something in there and try to continue, it won't let you. So what you can do is you can get rid of it by clicking the minus and just have one rule and condition. Just sort of a little tip, a little tax on the road that we don't want you to stumble on. Number 4, it's sample time. What better time to safely try things? The fact that it's a sample, you can try, recording a little video, putting in some graphics, try out different copy, try different links, try different tags, think it through. It's just a great time to try things safely without actually, diving into the deep end of the pool and having to swim. Number 3, your phone camera is a powerful tool, a real posting pal. Here's the whole point of this. When it comes to uploading images and building your gallery out and that sort of thing, don't go on Google and search out images or that sort of thing. People are looking to see is you. They're looking to see your life. So use your camera. It's a powerful tool. Number 2, invite, instruct, and interact for fun. So pick 5 of your friends and get them to install Plago. The invitation, they download it, they install it, they see it, it's free. They interact with you for fun, and then you register them under your name, and you become an influencer. And anytime they in the future do something that's paid, you're going to make a little bit of money. And number 1, we all need a little bit of more fun in our lives, so go play. This is not serious stuff. It's light. It's breezy. Have fun with it. Go play. And remember to always put it on Plago. Thank you.